My name's Richard. I have Stargardt's. I've been legally blind for, well, I was diagnosed when I was 17, and there was probably about a 2 or 3 year progression to where I went from having, sight to having very little. So, yeah, that's kind of my story in a nutshell. Stargardt's affects your central vision, so that I've use my peripheral. I really don't have any central vision at this point. So, okay, so the first time I heard about eSight was from my mother-in-law. She had actually saw a story on MSN, which I think probably originated from the Rachel Ray show, um, and told my wife about it, and then my wife started looking into it, and then told me about it. So I looked into it just briefly, and it was really promising. And I thought, wow, maybe there's something here. And I, I saw the price tag with it, and I thought I can't do that. There's no way. It's just it's too much. I can't. Can't get blood from a turnip, and I'm a big old turnip here, so there was no way, nothing I could do. And then a few months later, the local news ran a story about um, one of my old teachers in high school who is blind and was helping a student get eSight. And
Teacher of the Year, Kathy Nimmer, is working to grant a wish.
She and a small group are teaming up to help a Wee Isle Ridge Middle School student. News 18's Demi Johnson joins us now. She talked with Nimmer to learn more about why she's so passionate about helping this student. Demi?
Well, today I met Kathy Nimmer and her friend Nestor Gonzalez. The two have a lot in common because of some challenges they both face. Nimmer's goal? To make life a little easier for Gonzalez. If you ask Nestor Gonzalez about it, he loves to read, specifically books about space.
I like math and science.
Those born with septo-optic dysplasia, a condition that leaves him with only a small amount of usable vision. But that's all about to change.
All I want for Christmas is sight, but not for me.
With Kathy Nimmer and a special pair of glasses called eSight 3.
He would be able to read anything that his teachers wrote on the board. He would be able to dial in and change the visual focus, the size, the contrast on any books or papers.
Nimmer and Gonzalez have something in common.
I'm totally blind, except for a little bit of light perception.
And that kind of gave me another push to check it out again. My mom saw that story and called me and was like, you need to check it out. And I was like, Mom, it's really expensive. And she's like, well, you never know. There might be a way. You never know. You need to at least go and try it and find out. And so that's what I decided to do. It was a roller coaster. I when I got there, I didn't totally know what to expect. I tried the eSight glasses, and I put them on, and I was kind of in shock. They really worked, and there was still that part of me that was always reserved. There was always that part of me that didn't want to believe, because it just sounded too good to be true, and I didn't want to get let down again. So, but they worked, and I started reading an eye chart for the first time in 26 years, I think. So that was really cool.
For me, the letters on top. Okay. What's that first one?
7, 2,
Yep.
6.
Okay. And then go down one. It just takes a little bit of practice with that head movement sensitivity, obviously.
9,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Yep.
5,
Yep. Come on again.
8,
Mm-hmm.
4,
Yep.
6,
Mm-hmm.
7.
Yep. And there's also a feature on here. If you'll look back at that chart again, I'm going to do this real quick. So look back up just a hair. Go just a, there you go. It's focused in. If you'll kind of hold that one still there, you can do a bold, like a black on white.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through as a white on black. So depending on what's most comfortable visualize for you, and some different.
eSight asks you to bring some materials with you to your demonstration, just so that you can kind of get a feel for what you can see. Pictures, mail, books, whatever whatever the case might be. In my case, I brought one of my daughter's storybooks. I brought a picture book that my mom had made me for my first Father's Day. Um, to be able to look down on the table and see my daughter's Clifford book and be able to read it, I can't describe what that meant. Reading's always been it's just a huge part of my life. I love to read, and when I couldn't see to read anymore, I found ways that I could listen, either using other assistive technology that I could scan and then have it translated into a voice output, or just audiobooks, whatever the case may be. I love reading, and I love going to those different worlds, and I've always wanted to take my daughter there. I've always wanted to be able to read to her, and it kills me that I can't. And looking down and being able to read, Clifford Takes a Bath. That was probably that was cool. It's hard to describe. Um, and then I had that picture book that my mom had made me. So my daughter's 5 years old, so I got this on my first Father's Day, and so this would have been like 4 years ago. And I'm looking at the pictures, and some of these pictures I've never seen them clearly, not like this. Um, I've seen them, but not like this. And there's a page in the book that my mom had put some lyrics to a song, and this was, I mean, it's an important song to us. Okay, my mom's a huge Rod Stewart fan, and I remember growing up listening to Forever Young, and that was one of her favorite songs, and we had her do that at our wedding when the moms were lighting the candles. We had them play that song, and in this book it had a verse from that song. Um, I'd never seen it before. I didn't know it was there. I, I never knew that little thing that she put in there that had so much meaning was there until I was in that demonstration. So yeah, like I said, little overwhelmed. There was a lot going on that day. I don't know. What do you need your eyes for? Look, in all reality, I've been blessed in my life. Um, Even though I'm blind, I was able to graduate from Purdue University. I do have a degree in political science and history. I met the love of my life, and we got married. Gosh, this year will be 12 years, and we have a beautiful daughter that is just, she's amazing. Um, just amazing. So I'm blessed. Um, but there are things that I wish I could see. I want to go to a school function and actually see my daughter up on the stage. I want to see my wife from across the room and just see her. I want to see how her hair comes down over her shoulders. She has really long, pretty hair, and um, I want to do that from a distance, sometimes, or at least, across the couch. I want to see her face when she smiles. I want to see that clearly. I want to not have an anxiety attack every time that I try to cross the street, um, or when I'm at a playground with my daughter and she gets more than 5 feet away from me, and then to me it's like she disappears, that she's gone, and I get that that feeling in your chest, and that she's right there, that, but you can't see her anymore, and um, I want to be able to go to the movies, and if I want to refill a popcorn, I want to be able to do that and not always rely on somebody to have to do that for me. Because I'm so afraid that if I get up when I'm coming back, there's no way I'll ever find my seat, because there isn't. I would never find it. I want to order off my own menu. You know, um, there's so many things. There's so many things that I can do with these glasses that I've just gotten used to not doing, and now that it's a real possibility, I can't stop thinking about it. Um, I think I can. I think I can. Uh, Freedom. Freedom is one of those things that people throw that word around all the time, and it's not something that's easy to quantify. Um, it's one of those things that you don't really realize how precious it is until you don't have it. And we're very blessed to have the freedoms that we have in this country. But in many ways, I haven't been free for a really long time. I've always been able to find some kind of way, some kind of workaround. It usually will take me 3, 4, 5 times longer. I've got to work harder most of the time. Um, and I always have to be aware of what my limits are so that I don't put myself or anyone else in danger, um, so that I'm here for my family. And eSight would be freedom. I can go where I want to go. I can do what I want to do, and I don't have to be afraid anymore. Um, so yeah, freedom. What can you say? Thank you. Um, Thank you. You're making a dream come true. Something that I never thought I would see in my lifetime, and ever. Um, I watched Star Trek growing up. I remember Geordi and his visor, and thinking, how cool that is. But when it happened to me, I never thought that that was gonna be real, and here we are. It's here, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Every dollar counts. Whether it's $1, $5, 10, whatever the case. Thank you. And if you can't donate, I understand. If you can share this, like share my fundraising page, share this video. It helps. Everything helps, and um, and not just for me, but thank you for all the people that you've helped. Thank you for all of the people that are fundraising right now, trying to get this technology. Um, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.